having pricing power means you have the ability to raise your prices and customers still buy from you either because the switching costs are too high or the barriers to entry are too formidable, or they're loyal customers like we discussed earlier. Now, there are a lot of companies that have to compete with each other on price. And it's a very hard thing to do because really what you have to do is do two separate things at once. You have to serve your customers and be awesome and all of that, and you have to be relentlessly focused on your supply chain, lowering your costs, lowering your costs, lowering your costs. And you have to do that better. You have to do both of those things better than your competition, or you go out of business. Very difficult to compete on price. Now, clearly, many companies do it, and I'm sure you can think of several off the top of your head, but it's generally not an attribute of a market that you end up having no pricing power once you become established. You really want to build. You want an industry, a market, if you will, in which you can build a brand. In the end, brands are what store value. Because you have a brand, people will pay more for your good or service. Because you have a brand, people will seek it out. It's hard for competitors to go up against you because you have a brand. And in the end, that's where, again and again, people migrate naturally to brands, to what they know. Now, to have a brand doesn't mean to be something big like Coca-Cola. You can be the auto repair shop in your town that everybody says, oh my gosh, you got to go to Auto. Like he's even got the perfect name for an auto repair shop, right? Oh my gosh, this is the place in town to go get tamales. Whatever it is, it's like you got to build value into your business. Now, there are plenty of markets where, like I said, you can't really build a brand because the products are either undifferentiated. I'll fill up my car at any number of 100 gas stations because I don't think there's any real difference in the gasoline. I'll put my ATM card in any particular machine because I don't think there's really any difference. So you need to find something, if you want to build a brand, where you can differentiate yourself in a permanent kind of way. Now, there are a few people out there taking this course who might be aspiring to build a gigantic company. You want to raise venture capital and go public and all of that. And if that's your goal, you actually have more things to look for in a market than what I just listed. All of those apply, by the way. Every one of those would come up in your conversations about fundraising. But what you have to have in that world is a truly gigantic market. You have to have a compelling story that you can raise money on. You have to have an exit strategy. In other words, there needs to be something that can be sold. The business can't just be you, or it has to be something that transactionally can be handed over.